there's nothing quite as spectacular as sipping wine in the hot tub of a penthouse and looking down over the twinkling lights of the city. Hundreds of feet up in a private space, you feel a sense of freedom and excitement unlike any other, like you're truly on top of the world. As the years have gone on, penthouses have gotten higher and higher and higher, and the views have gotten more incredible with every passing year. Skylines that were once reserved for tourist attractions can now be viewed from billionaires' windows. Today, we're going to take a look at the tallest penthouses in the United States, one of which even looks down on the Empire State Building. Number 3. 157 Penthouse. If you've ever looked at penthouses in New York, then you know there's one area that tops all others. It's the most desirable, the most luxurious, and, it goes without saying, the most expensive. It's none other than Billionaires Row. Set right on the south side of Central Park, Billionaires Row is a road of ultra-luxury high-rise living accommodations in Manhattan. I've even looked at a fair share of apartments in this area, and I've got to tell you, I think they might just be worth the price. But one of the buildings rises high above the rest. 157, located at 157 West 57th Street. It's a building you really have to snap your neck back to have a good look at. At 1,005 feet tall, the building looks like something out of a Blade Runner, with a sleek, all-glass exterior. For several months, it was the tallest residential skyscraper in New York, and to this day, it still remains in the top 5. The Penthouse, however, happens to be the third tallest in the United States. And my, is it an impressive penthouse. It was purchased back in 2014 by Michael Dell for a whopping $100.5 million, which, at the time, was the most expensive home ever bought in New York. All I can say is, it's a good thing Michael Dell isn't afraid of heights. Located on the 89th and 90th floor, the penthouse doesn't just look over Central Park, it towers over it. Joggers in the park look like ants. Cars look like, well, beetles, I suppose. You can sit in the penthouse, drink your coffee, and enjoy a view that people pay money to take photos in front of. The penthouse is 11,000 square feet, with 7 bathrooms, 6 bedrooms, and a stunning kitchen with 2 dishwashers, 2 stoves, and some pretty artsy light fixtures. But the real gem of the penthouse is none other than the Grand Salon. At 57 feet wide, the Grand Salon has floor-to-ceiling windows that face Central Park. And naturally, the penthouse also has a steam room, a private library, and your own movie room. Honestly, if it was me in this penthouse, I'm not sure if I'd ever leave. Of course, when you're renting the penthouse in a place as fancy as 157, you're not just getting the penthouse. You're getting a 20,000 square foot amenities floor that is reserved just for the wealthy residents of the top few floors. There's a lap pool that has a 3-story ceiling, and if the views above the surface aren't impressive enough, the sounds underneath the surface might just be. There's an underwater soundtrack curated by Carnegie Hall, and if that's not luxury, I'm not quite sure what is. There's also a jacuzzi, an arts and crafts atelier room, a private fitness center, a yoga studio, a pet washroom, a library, a catering kitchen, and a screening and performance room. And naturally, there's a 24-hour doorman and concierge service, of course. Number 2. 432 Park Avenue. You may have noticed that when I spoke about 157, there were a lot of used to be and at the time statements thrown in there. That's because there are bigger, badder residential skyscrapers in New York. Skyscrapers that make 157 look like a measly 20-story building. And one of those skyscrapers can also be found on Billionaires Row at 432 Park Avenue. 432 Park Avenue boasts the title of the tallest residential building in not just the Big Apple, but in the entire Northern Hemisphere. Although that is a bit debatable, but we'll get back to that later. 432 Park Avenue is a startling 1,396 feet tall. There are 125 condos in the monster of a skyscraper, as well as penthouses on the 91st through the 96th floor. The penthouse on the 95th floor recently sold for a shocking $82 million, with a few caveats. For starters, the penthouse was originally priced at $103 million, but it sat on the market for 2 years, which is a really long time for a luxury apartment to be just collecting dust. Then the huge penthouse was separated and sold as 2 units instead of one massive one. What was once a 6-bedroom penthouse became 2 3-bedroom penthouses. These penthouses were originally listed for $41.25 million and $40.75 million, but they ended up selling for $30.7 and $30.2 million. I guess not as many people just have $103 million laying around. This penthouse is said to have 360-degree views of Central Park and New York City. And my, can you just imagine lounging on your couch in your underwear with a glass of wine looking over the city? I almost get choked up just thinking about it. The highest penthouse in the building, located on floor number 96, was purchased in 2016 by Saudi billionaire Fawaz Al-Hokair for $87.7 million. The penthouse has 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, a wood-burning fireplace, and heated bathroom floors for those cold New York winters. It spans an impressive 8,255 square feet, which is about 8 times the size of the average home. 432 Park Avenue has all the quirks and amenities you can expect of a luxury building on Billionaires Row. There's a conference room, a children's daycare, a yoga studio, a 75-foot-long lap pool, a 24-hour concierge and doorman, of course, a private restaurant with an outdoor terrace, and a private screening room. And finally, number 1, Central Park Tower. As I mentioned, 432 Park Avenue is currently said to be the highest residential tower in the world. However, there is one building that is taller, more luxurious, and more expensive. A building that has been topped out, but not lived in thus far. And that building is none other than Central Park Tower. Construction began on this 1,549-foot building back in 2014. The $3 billion structure will have 131 floors, with 98 of those floors having residences, and the rest containing retail space, including a massive 7-story Nordstrom's. Though the interior of the building hasn't been finished yet, and it'll be a while before people move in, the condos here have already been on the market. The cheapest condo listed has an asking price of $1,542,000, and the real kicker, the condo listed for that price is a 569-square-foot studio. Not too much bang for your buck, I'd say. There will be an elaborate amenity space in Central Park Tower, including a 50,000-square-foot space located on floors 8 through 12. There will also be an area on the 14th floor dubbed Central Park Club, which will have a conference room, theater, play area, and a hangout area for the kids. There will also be a 60-foot outdoor pool on a terrace surrounded by gardens. Inside, on the 16th floor, there will be a 63-foot indoor pool, an extensive gym, basketball courts, and playrooms to keep the kids busy. But the real exciting part of this building can be found on floors 129 through 131, the triple penthouse, the tallest penthouse in the United States. From this penthouse, you can look down on the Empire State Building. Though photos of the interior haven't been released since, well, you know, it hasn't been completed yet, detailed plans for the layout of the home have been. The penthouse will be a startling 16,000 square feet. The lower level will have a private gym, catering kitchen, study, reception gallery, and a private ballroom with a grand staircase, as well as a massive terrace for entertaining. The next floor has a sitting room and a master wing, which includes 2 dressing rooms, a large terrace, a master bathroom with his and hers sinks, toilets, and showers, as well as a jacuzzi tub. The floor also has 4 more bedrooms, as well as a gaming lounge. And then there's the top floor, which is home to the media room, a library, more bedrooms, an art gallery, a family room, a dining room, and a grand salon. Oh, as well as an observatory. So, there you have it, the tallest penthouses in the United States. Which one would you want to live in? And do you guys think I should put a bid in for the penthouse at Central Park Tower? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury. Pip pip, da doodly doo.